The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs living with their mother. One day, their mother said to them, "My dear children, you are now old enough to venture out into the world and find your fortunes. However, beware of the big bad wolf who may try to harm you. Take care of yourselves and one another." The first little pig was a total slacker. He wasn't keen on breaking a sweat, so he used straw to build his crib. It was a breeze to whip up, and in no time, he had a snug little cottage made of straw. The second piggy hustled a bit more, but let's be real, he still liked his nap times. He whipped up a cozy little stick house in no time. The third piggy was a porky architect, for sure. He didn't play games. He rolled up his sleeves, went for the whole hog, and constructed his house with bricks. It was a sturdy house complete with a fireplace and chimney.
The next day, a slick wolf had snuffled out the lane where the three little piggies had built their homes. His nose twitched as he caught a whiff of pig aroma that could make any carnivore's mouth water. He eyed up the straw house and gave it a good knock on the door. Little pig, let me in." The first little pig was scared and shouted, "Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin." The wolf snarled, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The wolf then huffed and puffed and blew the straw house down. The first little piggy squealed like a girl pig, and ran for dear life to the second piggy's stick shack, built out of sturdy sticks. The wolf trotted over to the second piggy's house. Little pigs, let me in," he said. But the little piggies replied, "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin." The wolf snarled, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The wolf was relentless, giving another mighty huff and puff. The flimsy stick house was no match and crumbled to the ground. The two little pigs scampered to their wise brother's brick house for safety. The wolf was in hot pursuit of three little pigs. However, the quirky pigs made a beeline for piggy paradise at their brother's brick crib. They got in the house and slammed the door in the wolf's face. The petrified piggies knew that the wolf was after a porky meal and could hear him bellowing, little pigs, let me in." But the third little piggy was not afraid. He replied confidently, "Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin." The wolf snarled, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." The wolf huffed and puffed and huffed, but no matter how hard he blew, he couldn't blow the brick house down. It was too strong. He was madder than a mosquito in a mannequin factory. The wolf was a wild thing, his fury reaching fever pitch as he threatened to huff and puff down the chimney to gobble up the little pig. But this pig was not bacon just yet, so he lit a roaring fire and set a giant pot to boil. As the wolf made his descent down the chimney, the clever piggy whipped off the lid and splash! The wolf met his match, falling straight into the scorching water. The little piggy put on the cover again, boiled the wolf up, and the three little pigs ate him for supper. And they lived, happily ever after. The end.